congratulations on the film, guys.
Thank you.
Tell me about the process of when you auditioned for this, because on a lot of these films these days, people aren't told what they're auditioning for, who they're auditioning for. Was that the case for you? And when you went in for the first time, did they actually tell you it was for Venus and Serena? And what was your reaction to that?
That's how it was for us. I think the first audition was for Sophia, who was a spelling bee, the younger sister of a spelling bee champion. So instead of Venus and Serena, it was Veronica and Sophia. But I feel like we both kind of caught on pretty quickly. The story is basically the same. I think the dad's name was Ron or Rob instead of Richard. So it wasn't that difficult for us to catch on.
Very secretive, given they get it's the same.
Yeah, but I think for both of us, we had a really long audition process. I think my first audition was in early March, and I had gotten the call that I booked the role in mid-November. And so it was a long process. I was living in New York at the time, so I wasn't able to go in. So I was doing self-tape. So it was a lot of self-taping and sending in tapes. And then at one point we didn't hear anything for about 2 or 3 months because we had no director at the time. And so it was a lot, but I feel like those long 9 months kind of gave me a chance to get into the head of Serena Williams and learn a bit about her.
It's same for me as Veronica. But it was a quite long process, but I mean, when I finally got to the chemistry read, that's when I met Mr. Will and Demi, and then after that, that's when I heard something. But it was quite long. But I loved kind of just stepping into Venus's shoes, and I fell in love with the story. So I really wanted to do it very bad.
And aside from the kind of tennis side of things and the sports side of things and the trophies that they've won, for you as young women, what do they represent to you? Why are they they transcend race, gender, equality, all that kind of stuff? What is it for you guys that makes them so special?
I think for us both probably is that they're just strong, hard-working Black women who, through their sport, open so many doors for other young Black girls such as Saniyya and myself. And other than that, they're amazing business women. They're entrepreneurs. They're the owners of their own companies, and that's just amazing to us. That's I think how we both wish to be when we grow older.
Exactly. They're amazing role models. And when you're young, when we were growing up watching them 5, 6 years old, when you're that young and you see someone so extraordinary and beautiful on that screen, and you're saying,
looks like you.
That looks like you. And you're saying, wow, she's a young, beautiful Black woman accomplishing something so extraordinary, and she's doing it by herself, and she's opening doors. That's amazing. That's inspiring in itself. So I think it's, it helps you, it gives you a push to go out there and chase your dreams. That's who they are to us.
Yeah. And just finally, because my time's about to run out, you've got one word each to describe working with Will Smith.
Life-changing.
That's 2 words. That's cheating.
Okay.
Fine.
Well,
Fine.
okay. That's fair. I'd say extraordinary.
That's a good one. I think educational.
Yeah.
That's good. Good ones. Ladies, congratulations on the film again. It's wonderful, and you're both fantastic. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey!